Hello, hi everyone. Welcome to Musing with Mary today. This is Musing with Mary. How you guys doing? Hope everyone is doing very well. Um, yes, I'm here again musing. And in this channel, I've said to us before, it's just an opportunity for me to air out my mind, ask questions, areas that I have questions, areas that I have doubts, areas and topics. And as I say, it's a random topic on everything: relationship, marriage, friendship, politics, finances, name it, anything. And if you got a question as well and you just want to hear my opinion and view about it, or other people's opinion and view about it, please do send me that question, because it's interesting and we do really need to have some of this conversation, open conversation. Sometimes it's nice to hear other people's view and perspective. The last topics that I've put out, I'm so happy and pleased about people who have responded, and I'm happy to learn from them as well, because we are all learning. Nobody knows everything, or we are all in the process of learning. We're in that place. So again, so as I said, I'm here to have another open discussion. Sometimes some of the topics that comes to questions that come to my mind, I'm not the kind of person that usually we want to talk about it, but yeah, I keep praying to God for courage and boldness to carry on with this particular channel. And by the way, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do like it, share, and let's get more people in to listen. Let's get more people in to share their opinion and their views on this topic. And some of them are not discussed openly. I'm diving in. I've started soft, so I'm diving in a little bit. Trust me, there is. Oh goodness, God help me, because some of the things God is bringing to my mind to talk about in this channel, God help me to give me the bonus, just like I said. And one of it is what we'll be talking about today, and it's pornography. Pornography. I have to whisper because it's a heavy word. Pornography. I know that pornography is sweeping the world, and it has become, like someone said, a pandemic. Addiction to pornography is a real thing, and it has become a pandemic. The government policies and whatever, they are quiet about it. They are not talking about it. Why? They're overwhelmed with other, what they probably think real pandemic or real situation or addiction, like drugs, alcohol, and other form of substance misuse and the rest of them. So they are more preoccupied by those kind of addiction. But pornography is a real thing. More and more people are getting addicted to pornography. And what hurts me the most is the number of young people. When I say young people, I'm not talking about young adults like in their early 20s. It's a thing with them as well. I'm not saying that's not it, but the age that I'm bothered about is that this age group is dropping. Some pre-teens, pre-teenagers. Yes, you heard me right. Pre-teenagers. I've worked with children for many years. And, I always have interest in anything that has to do with young children, young adults, teenagers. And it is very heartbreaking. It's very heartbreaking to hear the level of addiction to pornography that we have today. Why is this so? The answer is not far-fetched. The answer, it's not out there. We know that literally it's because of probably the device by which you're watching me now. As good as social media has become and the smartphone has been, that makes even watching this video very accessible to you, and you can watch it anywhere. By the way, I would love to hear where you're watching me from, where in terms of country and in terms of location as well. I love to hear that, because sometimes it could be on the train, you could be at home, you could be at work, you could be other places, because everywhere on the go, so long you have internet, people are hooked on to the social media. So as good as it is, sometimes you place these things in the hands of young children, Purpose of parents is for communication. I want to be in touch with them. I also want them to be in touch with their friends and stuff like that. But what we don't know is that we are handing them debt. And I really mean that seriously. We are handing them debt. The porn industry. I did a bit of research just now, just before I came online. The porn industry. Let me see what it says here. It says that the porn industry generates more income than the combined revenues of, this is an American findings, of ABC, NBC, and CBS, and more than the combined revenues of NFL, NBA, and MLB in the US. That's talking about US alone. The porn industry in US alone is more than all this industry combined. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Making so much money, and the only reason why they're generating that amount is the number of people who are hooked and latched onto it. It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. I am more concerned about the young people. I am concerned for everybody, because every whatever age group that you're in has this adverse effect. It's terrible. I can go on and on about the negative consequences of pornography. Yeah, entirely just pornography, and then the addiction of it again. Of course, watching it always leads to addiction. Yes, I can go on and on about the negative impact. But for children, it's even much more. Starting so young and introduced to such vile, introduced to such evil at that age is heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. So the reason why I'm bringing this one, for parents to be aware of what's happening there. Are you monitoring your children? Are you checking on what they are watching? Have you got some internet protection in place? Have you got some, what's the name of it now? All this kind of protections, especially when your children are younger. Are you monitoring? Are you supporting them? Are you putting a protection around them? And I can hear some of you say, oh, there's not much you can do. I've heard parents say that before. I had privilege talking to parents before, and they'll say, oh, you do this, they'll still go and find it somewhere else. They'll still go and find it somewhere. But at least do what you can do. Don't throw your hands up in the air and say, there's nothing we can do. Don't give up so soon yet. Because this thing, you will not say that if he has to, because you're looking at it because it's porn, and that's why you're thinking the consequence is not that bad. If it's drug, then you would have like, oh my God. But you don't know that porn is doing even worse than the drug is doing. Porn is messing up with their minds. It's taking over their thoughts. It's taking over their imaginations. It's getting them involved in the things they ought not to be involved. It opens up the door for the devil. It is demonic. There's no even sugarcoating that. It is from the pit of hell. Exposing your children to it, or allowing them to be exposed to it without, and you giving up in defeat over it, it's not the right thing. Do whatever you need to do. Put all the internet protection in place that blocks all these things. Speak to them about them if they are of the age that they would understand. And don't wait for them. I remember a child is as innocent as you think that child is. It was not too long before that we find that, of a truth that these children were already introduced to this thing. Children as young as primary school age are already being introduced. Some of them are being manipulated. Some of them have become sexually active from a very, very young age. Some of them has begun to experience abortion from a very, very young age. Sexually transmitted disease. Some of them just cannot have self-control with sex anymore. They have indiscriminate sex, have all manner because of pornography. There are some teenagers that were found guilty of rape some time ago. It's not once or twice I've heard that in the news, and the root cause was pornography. They got so much involved in pornography, they need to find a place to express themselves. And some of this pornography out there is literally teaching them rape, teaching them incest, teaching them making it everything look so okay. No, it is not okay. That incest become a normal thing. Rape becomes a normal thing. Sexual abuse and everything. It's behind all that, and not more so. Oh God, as I said, it opens the door for so much. There's so much I would love to say, but Lord have mercy. Please, I want to hear your comment. What are the practical ways apart from prayers? Prayers is very important. I will never be one of the person that will minimize the place of prayers in our life. But whilst we pray, what more can we do as parents? What more can parents do to protect their children? What more? What other practical things? From the top of my head, apart from putting all those internet protections and blockers in place, monitoring and watching what they are watching when they are online. And for me, from the top of my head, because these are some of the things I did, also speaking to them about it, which is something I've already mentioned. And it could also be mind what you watch around them as well, parents. Be careful about the kind of programs that you are watching before it begins to create something in them. Also, mind the kind of friends at that age that you could you have influence over them in terms of their friends, the kind of friends they are keeping. Please do that. And again, don't give them this smartphone too quickly. Please don't. If they are in primary school, see, I know their friends will bully them. They will say this, they will say that. And give them the brick phone. In Britain, what we call the brick phone. I don't even know if they still exist, but something with no internet, minimal or no internet at all. That, because honestly, God, I can't think of any other way, but if you can, please do share other means by which parents can protect their children against this pandemic of pornography. All right. God bless you again for watching. As I said, look forward to your comments, and give me a comment, leave a thumbs up, share, please share to other parents. What can we do? We need to do something. Bye-bye. See you soon.